Hi, welcome back to my channel. In this video, you're gonna learn how to find the remaining factor of a polynomial by using its greatest common factor, which I discussed in the previous discussion. So without further ado, let's proceed. For example, we have 2x squared plus 6x. We know that from our previous discussion that the greatest common factor of this one is 2x, and then to find the remaining factor of this polynomial is by simply dividing each term by its GCF. So we have 2x squared divided by 2x. That would be this one cancel out, and then x squared divided by x from our quotient rule. If we have x squared divided by x, look if they have the same bases, then just copy that base and then subtract the exponents. 2 and minus 1, that would give you 1. And then x to the power of 1 is just x. Thus, the quotient of 2x squared divided by 2x, that would be x. Next, divide the second term by its GCF. We have 6x divided by 2x, 6 divided by 2, 3, and then x divided by x, simply cancel that out. Okay? Combining the quotients, we have x plus 3. Therefore, the complete factorization of 2x squared plus 6x is 2x times x plus 3. To check if our factorization is correct, we're going to use the distribution property. 2x divided by x, that would give you 2x squared. And then 2x divided by 3, that would give you positive 6x. Observe, they are the same. Therefore, our answer is correct. Okay? Second example, we have 3a squared b minus 9ab squared. Now, from our previous video, we know that the greatest common factor of this one is 3ab. Again, repeating the process to find the remaining factor of that particular polynomial is just by simply dividing each term by its GCF. So, first term, we have 3a squared b divided by 3ab. This will give you 3 divided by 3. This one simply cancel out, and b cancel out. And then a squared divided by a, applying again the quotient rule, that would simply give you a. Okay? Now, for our second term, we have negative 9ab squared divided by 3ab. Now, cancel out a. And then, what is negative 9 divided by 3? That will give you negative 3. And then, b squared divided by b, that is simply b. Combining the quotients, we have a minus 3b. And to complete the factorization form of 3a squared b negative 9ab squared, that is simply 3ab times a minus 3b. Okay? Basically, that's how we're going to completely factor out a polynomial. First step is just by simply dividing each term by its greatest common factor. Okay? Next example, we have 5a squared minus 20ab. From our previous discussion, we know that the greatest common factor for this one, that is simply 5a. Okay? To find the remaining factor of that polynomial, again, we divide each term by its GCF. 5a squared divided by 5a, we have this one cancel out, and then a squared divided by a, you will have a. And then our second term, we have negative 20ab divided by 5a. Okay, what is 20 divided by 5? That will give you 4. And then cancel out a. And then we're left with a literal coefficient of b. And then combining them together, we have a minus 4b. And then to completely factor out our polynomial, we have a minus 4b. Okay? To check, we're going to use the distributive rule. 5a multiplied by a, that will give you 5a. And then 5a multiplied by negative 4b, that will definitely give you negative 20ab. Next example, we have 8a squared minus 16. Okay, we know that the greatest common factor of that polynomial, that is basically 8, right? Now, we're going to find the remaining factor of this polynomial. The same pattern, we have you divide each term by its greatest common factor. What is 8a squared divided by 8? Simply cancel out 8 and you're left with a squared. Well, how about the second term? Our second term, we have negative 16 divided by 8. Apparently, that will give you 2, negative 2. Okay? Therefore, our final answer would be a squared minus 2. Number 3, we have 2x squared minus 4x cubed plus 6x squared. Now, if we're going to find the greatest common factor of this particular polynomial, observe that we can combine like terms, right? 2x squared plus 6x squared, that would give you positive 8x squared. From here, we know that the greatest common factor for each numerical coefficient, that would be 4. And then, lowest possible power that is common for both terms, that is x squared. Okay? We are going to divide each term by its GCF. So, negative 4x cubed divided by 4x squared, that would give you 4, cancel out si 4, x cubed divided by x squared, that will give you x, and then we have to copy the negative sign. And then the second term, we have 8x squared divided by 4x squared. What is 8 divided by 4? That will give you 2. And then x squared divided by x squared, simply cancel out because that is 1. And then combining the quotients, we have negative x plus 2. And to completely factor out our polynomial, our final answer would be 4x squared times negative x plus 2. Okay? Now, I'm gonna be leaving 2 examples for your practice exercises. Okay, number 4. Completely factor out 16n to the power of 6 plus 12n to the power of 4. And lastly, number 5, 30xy minus 20x to the power of 3 plus 40y squared. Just follow the process and you are good to go. I guess that would be all for my presentation today, and see you on the next video.